There are reports Puerto Rico Governor Ricardo Rosselló could resign amid growing protests. The protests began nearly 2 weeks ago after obscenity-laced online chats between Rosselló and his advisors leaked. Protesters rallied Wednesday on the streets of San Juan in a renewed push to oust the governor. David Begnaud joins us now from outside the governor's mansion. David, what's the latest that you're hearing right now?
Ooh, Elaine, we are hearing that the governor is actually working on an address that will be delivered to the Puerto Rican people tonight. What he will say is unknown. It has been, I think, perhaps the wildest day of covering politics that I've ever had in a 15-year career of journalism. There has been near silence from Governor Ricardo Rosselló's administration. You can't get them to answer a single thing like, where is he? You can't get them to answer a single question like, when are you going to give us more information? Let me tell you what happened. They came out about 2 hours ago and they said, go in there into the press room and just wait. Somebody's coming to deliver a statement. Who's delivering it? Don't know. When are they delivering it? Don't know. So the press waited for, I don't know, I'd say an hour and 45 minutes. Then the bodyguards for the governor, who had been in the room, just left abruptly. So we go to the press woman and she says, I don't know. And then all of a sudden they move everybody to the steps right there. And they say, somebody's going to come out and say something. So the press secretary for the governor walks out and in Spanish says, the governor is working on a speech. He'll give it tonight, but I can't tell you what he's going to say. So a little while ago, the door opens and out come 2 dogs. Well, come to find out, it's the first dogs, 2 really cute dogs who handled their business right here on the lawn of the governor's mansion. And the door opened again and we saw the first lady. That's really interesting because it's been extremely difficult to even find out where the governor and the first lady are today. So we now know both of them are here inside the governor's mansion. Elaine, I have to tell you, there are upwards of, and I want to ask my producer Sean to make sure I get this right, how many law enforcement officers out the back? 100 law enforcement officers on the property alone, right near the area where the governor would have to exit if he were to be evacuated from the premises. Now look at the gates here. Beyond this, just about 25 yards, is where protesters are rallying right now. What you see in the distance are police in riot gear who are at a barricade that has been set up for the last 10 nights. This is where protesters have come. What's different about tonight, Elaine, is that they've been looking on their phones because they've been hearing various rumors and reports that the governor might speak. First we heard noon, then we heard 2, then it was 4, then maybe 6. Now we're hearing it's going to be sometime tonight, but we don't know. These are protesters who have really rallied, Elaine, because of this scandalous chat that was released. The governor and 11 associates who were caught saying just some really horrible, mean things, but beyond that, things that could be tantamount to corruption. And to that point, here is some big news. Earlier tonight, the Speaker of the House of Representatives here in Puerto Rico said, if the governor doesn't resign tonight, impeachment proceedings will start tomorrow. If he does resign tonight, they won't start impeachment proceedings. So you might be wondering, what would they have to impeach him on? The Speaker of the House got 3 attorneys together and asked them to look into what the governor may have said or done in those chats, 889 pages, that could be criminal. Today, the largest newspaper on the island, El Nuevo Dia, said that the 3 lawyers, who are all from different political parties, by the way, came back with a unanimous decision that the governor had committed 5 violations of the law, 4 that the attorneys believed were felonies, one of which was a lesser charge. The government of Ricardo Rosselló is collapsing, Elaine. It is happening as we are watching it tonight. The question is, what will he say? If it is a resignation, when will he go? Will he get off the island tonight? Will he say, I'm staying for the next 30 days? And how will the protesters handle what he has to say?
And David, very quickly, if he does, in fact, decide to step down, what happens next?
The number 2 position, nobody's in it because the number 2 resigned, caught up in the chat scandal. So it would be the number 3, the Justice Secretary, Wanda Velasquez. She could become the interim governor, effective immediately.
All right. David Begnaud reporting from San Juan for us. David, thank you very much.
You bet.